Hello everyone, welcome to Model Walk Explained. Tonight's story is called A Heartbeat That Never Faded. Our model portrays a Hong Kong woman named Jenna, a restorer of sacred statues. Have you ever believed that someone who suddenly disappeared from your life years ago had already forgotten you? What if the person who vanished 7 years ago was the only one who knew how to save something precious that is now on the verge of collapsing? And what if a doll you once made with your own hands suddenly opened its eyes and spoke, revealing the truth you had been searching for all these years? Would you dare to face a love that never truly faded? The story of Jenna and Patrick begins with a trail of mysterious red footprints inside the workshop called the Waning Moon Studio. Jenna possesses a rare ability. She can see both gods and wandering spirits. When the temple festival approaches, the century-old Guanyin statue in the local temple suddenly develops dangerous cracks. The problem is that the restoration technique required to repair it is known only by one person, Patrick, Jenna's former boyfriend, who disappeared 7 years ago without explanation. Jenna, now 28, is a well-known statue restorer in the old temple district of Hong Kong. Standing before the cracked Guanyin statue, she cannot stop the memories from flooding back. Years ago, Patrick would gently hold her hand while teaching her how to blend pigments with wood so the colors looked alive again. Then one day, he vanished without a word, cutting off all contact as if he had disappeared from the world. Jenna believed he had simply moved on with his life, yet now fate forces her to search for him again. After digging through old contacts and records, she finally finds the address of the workshop where Patrick now works. The shop is hidden deep in an aging district of Kowloon. When Jenna pushes the door open, the dim light and the scent of wood dust immediately surround her. Patrick is standing at a workbench, polishing a piece of carved wood. When he hears the door and looks up, both of them freeze for a moment. "Jenna?" Patrick's voice trembles slightly. 7 years have passed, yet he still looks like the man she remembers, only thinner and carrying quiet exhaustion in his eyes. They sit together on a bench in the small courtyard behind the workshop, slowly speaking about the past. Patrick finally reveals the truth. The reason he suddenly disappeared years ago was because a mysterious spirit had attached itself to him. That spirit seemed connected to Jenna's supernatural ability, and he feared staying near her would bring her danger. To protect her, he chose to cut all ties and disappear. But that was not the whole story. Patrick takes Jenna back to his old apartment, where shelves are filled with dolls Jenna once made by hand. On the floor lies a small red doll beside a line of tiny red footprints that resemble drops of blood. Jenna immediately recognizes it. It was a gift she made for Patrick 7 years ago. Suddenly, the doll's eyes slowly open. A tiny voice whispers, "Sister, I've been waiting for my father, but I don't remember who I am." Jenna steps back in shock, but Patrick gently holds her hand and explains. The doll absorbed fragments of his memory and spirit the night he made the sacrifice to protect her. To keep the spirit from harming Jenna, Patrick sealed part of himself inside the doll. Over time, the doll forgot its origin, leaving only broken memories behind. Determined to uncover the truth, Jenna uses her ability to summon the spirit of Guanyin from the temple. The divine presence reveals what really happened. Years ago, Patrick made a bargain with a wandering ghost to save Jenna's life. In exchange, he had to stay away from her for 7 years, while the ghost borrowed his memories to repair its own fading existence. The cracks in the statue are not random damage, but a signal that the 7-year promise has finally come to an end. Together, Jenna and Patrick begin restoring the Guanyin statue. Patrick repairs the wooden structure, while Jenna restores the colors and breathes spiritual life back into the surface. As they work, the doll slowly releases fragments of Patrick's memories. The night they watched fireworks over Victoria Harbour, the sketch he secretly drew of her, and the moment he refused a chance to work overseas, just so he could stay by her side. Each memory brings back the feeling Jenna thought she had lost forever. When the restoration is complete, a golden light seems to glow across the statue. The eyes of Guanyin appear almost alive, and a quiet voice echoes in the temple. "Your bond was never broken." At that moment, the doll returns to being an ordinary toy, its spirit finally complete. Patrick embraces Jenna and whispers softly, telling her he thought of her every single day during those 7 years. Jenna rests against him, tears falling as she admits that the feeling in her heart never truly disappeared either. During the temple festival that follows, the celebration fills the streets with light and music. Jenna and Patrick stand together before the restored statue, holding the little doll that once carried their memories. In the distance, the lights of Victoria Harbour shimmer like the first night they met. Time may pass, and people may lose many things along the way. But one feeling remains unchanged. The heartbeat meant only for you has never faded. If you enjoyed tonight's story, don't forget to subscribe, like, and turn on notifications. See you in the next episode.
Just walked away, couldn't say that I realized the freedom felt this bad. I know it hurts cause it mattered so much. Late nights, long talks, we were drunk in love. But sometimes that type of gin just ain't enough to numb the doubts we had. I didn't set out to hurt you, I wanted to fall in love and see if what we were feeling would ever be enough. But then time pierced the surface and let the light shine through. And I broke your heart, I broke mine too. Oh, I broke mine, I broke mine. Oh. And through all the tears we cried, at least we can say we tried. I didn't set out to hurt you, I wanted to fall in love and see if what we were feeling would ever be enough. But then time pierced the surface and let the light shine through. When I broke your heart, oh, when I broke your heart, and when I broke your heart, I broke mine too. You can't go home, you can't go home, but you can find another shelter you can call your own. You can't push time, you can't push time, but you can ride out every wave like an alibi. Your past won't leave, your past won't leave. It'll stay with them like it stays with me. You won't break free, you won't break free, 'cause death is gonna get you like it's gonna get me. Run, run, just run, run to the edge, unbroken. Run, 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 run to the edge, unbroken. You won't see God, you won't see God. swear it's in the morning when the sun comes out. You're gone.